Hey, welcome back to Legends of Skyward Sword. Before I get started, I want to give a warm thank you for excellent service at Coldstone the other day to Deonte Prophet. Met this cool guy at Coldstone in Newport, Kentucky, and I said I'd give him a shout out. So, hey Deonte, if you're watching this, thanks again for the great ice cream. Anyways, we are here carrying a pumpkin, and it's just a large thing of soup that we're taking to Levias. In the last video, we worked our way. Well, we learned the spiraling charge. We watched about 10 minutes of cutscenes, and we finally got to play just long enough to kind of blast off and go to the lumpy pumpkin to gather the soup. Now, you may hear a bunch of sound effects in the background, and that's because I'm sitting in a parking lot waiting on a friend to finish taking some classes, so you may hear car doors, people talking, alarms, whatever. But that's just part of the whole hidden Triforce experience. Gaming with entertainment. I think you can probably hear a motorcycle right now. Anyways, I'm going to do a quick 360, do some meat spinning, and then head back into the Thunderhead. Now, if you don't remember, we're going to the Thunderhead with this soup because apparently Levias likes the pumpkin soup, and that's one way that we can maybe calm him down and possibly talk some reason into him, because apparently he's been acting weird lately. So we're going to head off to this island with a rainbow on it, also known as New York or Boston. That was a gay joke, I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. Anyways, let's just go ahead and land, plop right down. Thank you, Scrapper. Anyways, this video is fairly short. It's about 10 minutes, and the rest of this video will be essentially a boss fight with the Windfish. I'm always going to call Levias the Windfish because he should have been the Windfish. It would have been great if Nintendo would have made that connection in some form, but unfortunately they didn't, that we know of yet. But as you can see, Levias has these parasites growing from him. Typical of all Zelda games, the enemy parasite kind of has eyeballs, which are the weak spots, and this will be no different. Great Spirit of the Skies, Levias. Alright. Listen to that cool music. And watch me fail grabbing that heart. I won't need it anyways, as I take damage immediately. So what you need to do is use that new spiraling charge move that we learned in episode 70, which was the last one, and just slam into all of these different parasite eye marks. It's overall not too hard. The hardest part is honestly just kind of like trying to get close enough to him. He flies somewhat quickly, and the controls are a little bit tricky just because of the fact that when you do the spiraling charge move, your loft wing does kind of like shake a little bit. I got 2 of them so far, now 3. I think there's one on his bottom, probably. That would make sense. Gotta cover every side. I'm trying to slow down and get underneath. I'm not having much luck. Here we go. There's 2 parts to this boss fight. This is part 1. This is the easier part, though the probably a little bit more exciting part. Alright, there we go. Once you destroy all of the parasitic eyes, stage 2 will be triggered. And for stage 2, what you have to do is just fly up on top and land on his kind of like armor plating. I don't know what that is. Just land on his head, essentially. Let's drop down there. I'm trying to get a good like view overhead. That's not gonna help me any. Now, Deonte, if you're still watching this, I apologize. Oh, pretty boring right now. Just kind of tired. Haven't slept yet. So let's land this. Alright. Sorry that took so long. I don't know what I was doing when I was trying to land. I like it when I watch my footage later and I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing? That shows I'm a good gamer. This reminds me of the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park, kind of. Same concept. Spits poison that can blind you, hurt you. But what you have to do is aim your sword strikes to reflect his poison balls back at him and to take out his Dilophosaurus frills, I suppose. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And once you take out his 2 frills, you need to swing one of his attacks back into his eye that time, stunning him, allowing you to go to town on his face / eyeball. And it's just a rinse and repeat, essentially. He gets a little bit faster, a little bit more tricky. He tries to mix things up, but overall he doesn't, so it's not that hard whatsoever. Here we go. See this other side. I'm having fun with these Skyward strikes. I really like those. Oh, if you are too slow in taking out both his frills, then his other one will recover, as you just saw there. So make sure that you're quick in killing the Dilophosaurus, otherwise you might end up with a fate like Dennis Nedry, being eaten and torn apart while in your car. I hope you guys get the references. Come on. There we go. It's gonna land it right on me. Oh well. Hopefully one more session of that will complete this guy. Since things tend to come in groups of 3. Now, outside of the imprisoned, Levias and this parasite are the only real overworld bosses. Nintendo's kind of touting that, oh, there's going to be bosses outside the dungeons for Skyward Sword. There really weren't. I mean, again, you had the imprisoned, which was the same boss fight 3 times in a row, basically. And what you see that I'm doing now is I'm just using my Skyward strikes and aiming at his eye, which is one way to do things, but you can also still reflect his attacks back at him, but now he's moving, so you gotta like figure out what his pattern is. He's kind of just going back and forth, right to middle to left to middle to right, so just aim your strikes that way. Maybe I need to take my own advice. Alright. And now he's taking more of the one to stun. Alright, so that was pretty easy. Bye, Dilophosaurus. By the way, do you guys see that Jurassic Park is being re-released in theaters 3D next year, July of 2013? You can go ahead and sign me up for tickets. I'll be attending that day 1. If any of you in the Cincinnati area want to go, let me know. I'll buy you a ticket. Anyways, we just killed the windfish, so Link's Awakening never happened in the timeline, and that's why it's just a dream and not an actual thing. And that's not true, but anyways, the rest of this is a cutscene. The next video I will fight the imprisoned again, spoiler alert, and we will begin to search for the, well, just read what this guy says. So subscribe, like, comment, do your thing, and again, thank you Deonte for great service earlier at Coldstone.